Dear Mr. Johnson, I hope that you are able to respond within the... Let's check the Avengers website. Oh yes. This is gonna be amazing. This is... Huh? You are joking. Okay, before we get into this, let me just make it very clear. John Romita Jr. or JR is a very talented person. He can draw, but there are levels of quality within the artist world, and he is nowhere near good enough for mainstream Marvel titles. As a kid, when I was growing up and I was reading Spider-Man and X-Men and the Avengers, whenever he came around, I was disappointed, and that was me as a kid, and I didn't have any sense of artistic quality whatsoever. All I knew at that age was that, oh no, it's him again, the big blocky artist where everybody's face looks the same and they're all really ugly, and it is ugly art. I will show you examples. Here's an example of ugly art, okay? I haven't even Googled that yet, but here it is. His artwork is so flat, it's almost lazy. He clearly has his foot in the door at Marvel. That is without question, okay? His dad was a legend. His dad co-created everything that we read today. Should that then mean that his son gets a lot of, airtime on some of the big comics? Avengers vs X-Men is going to be a massive storyline, and for me, I'm going to be reading it through gritted teeth. I know that some artists are of an acquired taste, okay, and that is most people's response when you start bad-mouthing JR. But an acquired taste is someone like Chris Bachalo or Ben Templesmith, and they are... You really know it's them. They have their own stamp, and they are both brilliant artists. And we're talking about a guy who has, for me, ruined Wolverine, Enemy of the State. He's the only artist I know that makes Wolverine's costume look lame. He literally looks harmless. World War Hulk, most Spider-Man of the 90s, Century Reborn, The Avengers Heroic Age. What else? Kick-Ass. What was Mark Millar thinking? Here's a few quotes from a few websites that I went over, forums, etc.
His art is what I'd like to call an acquired taste. The more you're exposed to it, the more you begin to tolerate it. I like his art, but only on certain things.
I think he's the worst artist in comics. He absolutely ruined the Wolverine run. I think Marvel should fire him.
For the longest time, I hated his art. It's just so ugly, but it has grown on me.
He suffers from what I call Jim Aparo syndrome. Everyone not in a costume looks exactly the same.
I don't understand what all these lines are about. These blocky lines. You can see it in nearly every picture he's done. So yeah, they're my feelings, and I'd love to know what everybody thinks. If you really feel strongly about it, leave a comment and tell me why I shouldn't be ranting. Today's I think that's everything for today's video. So that's everything. I just did it again. So you see, I'm